You don't need to be famous to make money online. I'll give you two examples. One is my personal experience. So, over the last 4 months, I have been making anywhere from 6 to 10K per month on average, whilst growing from 2,000 subscribers up to 8,500 at the time of this recording on my main channel. That has been yielding me that much money. So anywhere from 2,000 all the way up to 8,000 is allowing me to make anywhere from 8 to 10K. There was 1 month that was bad, it was 6K, but besides that, it's a really good online income and I don't even have to work that much, but I'll dive into that in a little bit. Let me give you example number two. I have networked with a guy who is in the high ticket sales space. He has been making 25K per month for the last 4 months doing that with a small Instagram following of less than 2,000 followers and YouTube subscribers of 2,000 as well. So he is in the high ticket sales niche. I am in the masculinity, the dating niche. There's so many different avenues you can go online that will allow you to make a lot of money selling high ticket coaching without having to be famous. I wouldn't consider myself or him famous by any means. And we are making a lot of money. We get true time, location, and financial freedom from doing this business model. So right off the bat, I just want to tell you, building a YouTube audience is going to be the most powerful one, being that people are sitting down, listening to you, sitting and actually absorbing all the things you're saying instead of just scrolling through an Instagram page or a TikTok when they're barely even paying attention. So for that reason, I built every single one of you guys the strategy board that allowed me to actually start all this growth. When I implemented this is when my YouTube's was starting to be treated like a business and I saw consistent growth. So I made that for every single one of you. It's completely for free. It's the first link in the description below. And now, next thing I want to dive into and really touch on is the fact that being famous doesn't even necessarily make you money, right? So you've probably seen it sometimes. There's TikTokers or YouTubers as well, but you guys on Instagram saying, "Oh, I actually have all these followers and I don't make any money from it." It happens all the time. Like, you don't necessarily make money for having a following. I've seen a video of a guy on TikTok saying he had like 1 million followers and he made no money and he was broke. Even just like a girl I met in Norway, she's an IG model. She doesn't do OnlyFans, so she doesn't make money from her Instagram. She's got 30K followers on Instagram, and she doesn't make any money from it. She still works a regular job at the hotel, she told me. So it's like, you don't necessarily make money because you have followers or subscribers or anything like that. What will make you money on social media, though, is building a business using social media. And that's the intention and the mindset you have to come to social media with in the first place. If you come to this and you say, okay, I am going to start a business on social media, then you will make a lot of money. You don't need to be famous. You don't need a ton of followers or subscribers or anything like that to do extremely well if you want to sell a high ticket coaching program and you use social media as your avenue of gaining attention that you can convert into money. That is what this is all about. So now that we've cleared that up, I want to just say that social media is genuinely the best way to make money today. There is nothing that compares to having a online coaching business and personal brand. It will give you more opportunities than you could ever imagine. You'll not only make a lot of money and it'll be really easy, but you'll also get networking opportunities. Your life will kind of just have an upward spiral when you have a social media platform. That's kind of just what happens to most people. So you really want to hop on this wave. I mean, doing this was the best decision I ever made in my life. Let me tell you a little bit about the time, location, and financial freedom that I have personally gained from building this coaching business. So the last 5 months, I've been living in Scandinavia, originally from the US. I went to Norway for a month. I was in my mom's hometown up in northern Sweden for about 3 or 4 months. And then I just moved out on my own to a new city in Sweden all by myself. And I signed my lease to rent a place here, and that's where I'm going to stay long term. I can travel the world, work anywhere that I want, work about 3 hours per day, and make 10K per month, and it's only going to scale from here. The money you make with social media will exponentially increase as your following grows if you're treating it like a business. So that's the really cool thing with this is when you set up the proper sales and marketing systems, specifically the ones that I teach on this channel, which works for small content creators who are trying to have a coaching business, that will lead you to have tons and tons of success. So here's the cool thing is you pretty much only experience growth with a social media platform. As you post consistently, your channel should only be going up and up and up and up. Unless you were doing really dumb things like just being way too controversial for no reason, it doesn't even make sense, then yeah, maybe you might lose some subscribers. But if you're just sticking to your business plan of teaching the content that you want to educate people on and sell a coaching program on, and you're just putting out there your beliefs, you are going to naturally attract an audience of people who are like you and want to work with you. So as your audience grows and grows and you have your, all the different sales and marketing systems in place, you're naturally just going to make more and more money. I'm going to be a living proof of this. I'm going to be documenting that on this channel from my main channel, showing you how as your audience grows and as you implement these sales and marketing systems, you will just continue to scale your income whilst not even having to work that much. So what is the work that I do? I record these videos. Doesn't take that long, 10, 15, 20 minutes each video, okay? And then I do my sales calls and I do my client calls. And the phone setting, I've already delegated that. So this is something that I do is I collect emails and phone numbers. So you have email marketing, which is automatic, and then you have phone setting. I had to do the phone setting in the start, but now I have people who help me with that and they get commission for that. Eventually I'll be able to delegate my sales calls as well. So I won't even have to do my sales calls. I'll just have to do the client calls. So you have to pay to get access to work with me. That is the system that you're eventually going to create. So the only thing you'll have to do in the future, once you've really scaled this business, is create content. As we mentioned, it should take less than an hour, even if you fucked up and you had to try again 3 times, like it's happened to me. No more than an hour to create content. And then your client calls. So for me, I have a one-on-one call that I do with my client when they initially sign up for my main program on my masculinity dating YouTube channel. So it's one call that's an hour, and then it's group coaching from there. And if someone needed to book in for whatever reason, they needed to talk to me, sure, we can talk. That it doesn't necessarily have to be the full hour. It can just be 15, 30 minutes, whatever they need help with. So that is it. It's one hour call, and then group coaching calls for about 1 to 2 hours twice a week. That is your workload. So depending on how many people you sign up, say you're really making a lot of money, you sign up 3 to 5 people. That means you got 3 to 5 hours of a one-on-one call with a client, and you have your, say, 4 hours of total group coaching calls. So that plus the videos, you can see how this isn't even that much. And if you were selling your program like I do for $2,500, you would have now made, let's just use different examples. So 3, you would have made $7,500 that week, paid some commissions and setters and stuff like that. Maybe you're at like $6,500. If you did 5 sales at $2,500 and you're now looking at $12,500, you're probably making $10K that week. And this is in a week when you worked about maybe 10 hours less. Like, there's nothing that compares to this. You set your schedule, you do what you want, you have no boss, you just have to be disciplined to show up every single day, record content. That's the most important thing that you can do, is constantly put out content. This is what fuels your business. This is the main driver that will allow you to have all this future success. You have to be able to stay consistent with the content when no one is watching you. That's the hardest part of this journey, if I'm being honest. That's really all that goes into it. And if you do it, you have the best life that you can possibly live in the modern day. There's no better life than having a coaching business and personal brand. So once again, if you want my YouTube strategy board so you can start doing this for yourself, you can start posting consistently, treating it like a business, having an organized structure to it, that's going to be completely for free. It's the first link in the description below. You can grab that now.